Late this morning, the Trump administration announced new sanctions against Iran amid the crisis in the Middle East.
Also today, Iranian officials are denying their involvement in the Ukrainian passenger jet that crashed, killing all 176 people on board. CBS 2's Jessica Moore following all of these developments this noon in the newsroom with the latest. Jessica?
Well, Chris and Mary, U.S. officials say without these sanctions against Iran, the country would have tens of billions of dollars to use to fund terrorism. Also this morning, the president of Ukraine spoke with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo about Wednesday's plane crash, saying the U.S. provided his country with important data in the ongoing investigation.
A Toy Story book bag lies among the rubble of the Ukrainian passenger jet that exploded over the sky in Iran Wednesday morning. New video shows the burning wreckage raining down just hours after Iran's attack on U.S. bases in Iraq. U.S. intelligence sources say this bright flash shows the explosion of 2 Iranian surface-to-air missiles that took the plane down. 63 of the 176 passengers killed were Canadian.
The families of the victims and all Canadians want answers. I want answers.
Omadar Salani's sister was on board the doomed flight to Kiev.
Every moment, I say I'm going to wake up and it's a nightmare and it's over and she's home. And I'm going to knock on her door. She'll open.
We are also getting our first look at the plane's black boxes. Iranian investigators promised to share the data and have formally invited the NTSB to send investigators to the crash site. As late as this morning, Iranian officials continued to deny their involvement on state TV. He says, quote, "The causes we aren't sure of yet, but we can say for certain a missile did not strike the plane." Meanwhile, this morning, the U.S. announced crushing new economic sanctions against Iran.
We want Iran to simply behave like a normal nation. We believe the sanctions that we impose today further that strategic objective.
If we didn't have these sanctions in place, literally Iran would have tens of billions of dollars. They would be using that for terrorist activities.
Iraq's prime minister has asked Secretary of State Mike Pompeo to begin preparations for a U.S. withdrawal.
And today, Secretary Pompeo said the troops aren't going anywhere, reiterating the U.S.'s commitment in the fight against ISIS. Meanwhile, Iranian investigators say if they cannot recover data from the plane's black boxes, Tehran promises to use expert help from Russia, Ukraine, France, and Canada to do so. Iran said recovering that data could take up to 2 months. Live in the newsroom, Jessica Moore, CBS 2 News.